Okay, hi all. Good morning. Welcome to the SQL training session. There is the demo class. Can you please confirm is my voice is audible and the screen is visible to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. So, quick introduction about myself. I am Mohammed Tanveer Khan. I have around 14 years of experience in the IT industry, working on data-related projects as a data analyst, a business analyst, developer, tester. So, this is a SQL training program and today's a demo class. We have the timing like Monday to Friday, morning 7 to 9. Let me make a note here. Monday to Friday, 7 to 9 a.m. I see. I will request the participants to be on mute if you're not speaking. Okay, so sorry. This is the class timing. Course duration will be approx 1 month, and target audience data analyst, data engineer. Then you have business analyst, business intelligence. If I'm writing business intelligence, I mean Power BI developer or Tableau developer. Sorry. Then you have ETL tester, SQL or ETL developer. So if you're preparing for any of this job profile, so like SQL is a bread and butter. If I'm telling bread and butter, it's a mandatory skill set for all these job profiles. You can check LinkedIn, you can check knocker.com. You will find like this all are the mandatory skill sets. So this is the target audience. Okay. Now there is no prerequisite needed for this course because I will start from scratch. Even if you're from non-technical background, you are a college pass out or studying in college, so you all can attend because the course will start from scratch. Okay. Now, how we take class? So, like I mentioned, it's weekday batch, Monday to Friday, morning 7 to 9. We take classes on a Graphy. Okay, now what is Graphy? Let me show you that. So, this is our Graphy platform. Is my screen visible to everyone? Can you please confirm?
Yeah, we are able to hear.
Okay.
Yeah, I can see you.
So, this is our Graphy platform. So, here we take classes. The initial few classes, like 2, 3 classes, will be on Zoom. We'll be sharing your link. So once we have the final list of participants, we'll be continuing with the course. We will schedule classes on the Graphy. So this is the Graphy platform. We will share the link, how to register, everything will be communicated. Okay. Let me give you an example of this that why we
Do
move to.
do we need to create the course here or
No, no, no. Everything will be done by us. You just have to register on it. Okay. So we will communicate at a later point of time how to register. Okay. Once we have the final list of participants, okay, I think so far around 10 participants has registered and we have limited number of seats for that. So those who have already registered, we have added you to the target group. Okay. If you have not been added, you have made the payment, you can connect after the class. So the classes will be conducted, I think, from Monday on this Graphy platform. How to register here, everything will be communicated. Don't worry about it. Okay. One thing I want to make it clear for this Graphy team that this is a third party tool. This is not our application. This is by Unacademy. Okay. They charge 50 rupees per head. So I want to make it clear whatever course fees you are paying, apart from that, you have to pay here rupees 50. Okay. So that is one-time payment for this platform. Okay.
Okay.
So now, okay. Now coming to this, so you can see like different courses, whatever we have, you can find here. But this is about, it means this batch is all about SQL. So you could see S28. So this is of the last batch which we have completed yesterday. Similarly, for your batch, we will create a new course here with the name S29. Yours is a 29th batch. It will be S29. So far clear? Now, if you will click on it, maybe the appearance will be different for you because I am the admin, so I can see all those things, but the appearance will be different for you. So we will tell you each and everything, how to log in, how to register. Don't worry about it. I'm just introducing you what is Graphy, how we take classes on it, how it is useful. So date-wise date, you could see like 5th November, we have taken demo session for this batch. Then 6th November, we have taught upper, lower keyword and operator and all those things. And here you have the classroom notes, whatever we have covered. Here we have the assignment. We'll be sharing 2 copies of assignment with you. An assignment will be shared after each and every class. On an average, 10 assignment questions will be shared daily. Throughout the course, we'll be having approx 250 assignment questions. 1 copy will be shared in the WhatsApp group, which will be having only questions, no solutions. Okay. In earlier batches, we used to share only questions, no solutions. Then the participants, they're asking for solution as well because many of them were not able to work on the assignment. So they told us, Kitanveer, if you could share solution even if the batch is over, and if you are working on it, we are getting stuck somewhere, we can refer. So in the WhatsApp group, we will be sharing you the questions only, the assignment questions on a daily basis. But in this graphic, apart from question, we will be sharing solution as well. Okay. But our strong recommendation is don't refer the solution. First of all, try to solve on your own. If you're not able to solve, then refer the solution. Okay. Even if you're not able to find a solution, you can uh, you can connect with us in the next class. In the beginning, like I will start the class at 7 o'clock. At that time, you have to ask that we're in this assignment number, in this question, I'm not able to solve, please help. Then I'll be explaining that question during the class. And this is a purely live session. You have full freedom to ask question at any point of time. We will not tell you to wait till the end of the class and then you can ask question. No, at any point of time you can stop and you can ask question. And my humble request to make this session interactive, ask questions, respond. Okay. And this is Excel workbook. Let me show you what is this Excel workbook from the previous batch example. Just a minute. So I have created this S29 for your batch. For S28, this is like the workbook which we have. So in the workbook, you could see date-wise date, whatever we covered, we mention here. I could see any sample date example. So here we explain you if I'm executing a query, how the engine executes it, how the data is fetched from the database. So that is explained here. We will share this sheet as well with you so that you can understand that at the back end how the SQL engine is executing your query. Okay, so this workbook will also be shared. So on a daily basis, once the class is over, we'll be sharing 4 documents with you. Number one, the classroom recording. You could see here is the class recording. Okay, this will be shared. Classroom notes, whatever I will be covering during the class, that will be shared with you. Solution of the assignment and the workbook. These 4 documents will be shared after each and every class. And once we will move on graphic from Monday, because initial 1 or 2 classes we keep free to all, okay, and we take on Zoom. So from Monday, the classes will be on graphic. Uh, we will let you know how to register, how to log in, everything. Don't worry about it. Once the class is over, within 30 minutes, you will find all those things automatically. The recording will be uploaded. Okay. The classroom notes, solution workbook, everything you'll be able to find within 30 minutes. This recording is a lifetime access. Okay. And even once the course is over, duration is 1 month. After that, you have full freedom to ask question. It is not like the course is over, the interaction is over. No, we have a separate group known as TechNest Academy Alumni Group. All the participants of our previous batches are there in that group. Whenever they're facing any problem in SQL, they post their question there, and we will try to answer it. Okay. So this is all about the course format. One more thing. Uh, there are different databases. Many students they ask this question. There are different databases, like the famous one are Oracle, SQL Developer, Microsoft, SQL Server. Then you have Postgres. Then you have Snowflake. You have MySQL, Nitiza. There are different databases. Okay. So during our course, I'll be teaching you on Oracle and Microsoft SQL Server. If needed, I can show you some example on Snowflake as well. But please don't be under the impression that Tanveer is teaching on Oracle, but in my company we are working on, let's say, Postgres. Don't worry about it. I'll be teaching you generic SQL, which will be applicable on all these databases. Wherever you want, you can practice your wish. Okay. But I'll be teaching you on Oracle and Microsoft SQL Server. But whatever I'll be teaching, you can execute that code on any database, it will work. It is exactly like if you know how to drive a car, and if you have a car of any company, Tata, Hyundai, or any other company, you can drive it, right? Exactly same way. So this is all about the course format. Uh, Now before I proceed further, do you have any question, anyone?
No, sir. No, no.
No, not so far. But can you
Hmm.
just repeat the Microsoft SQL Server thing? So we can use this in Microsoft SQL Server.
So see, these are the different databases, or in a layman term, we can tell like these are the different vendors, okay, which provide the database, what I can say, options to you, platform to you. So if you know SQL language, you can write your SQL query on Oracle, you can write it on Microsoft SQL Server, you can write it on Postgres or any other databases. So that is what I'm teaching during this session. I'll be teaching you on Oracle or Microsoft SQL Server. But don't be under this impression because it has happened in the previous batches. I'm teaching on Oracle. The learners, the students, they are thinking, okay, Tanvir, in my project, I'm using on Snowflake, yeah. So how whatever you're teaching, it will work. That is what I'm clarifying you. Even if I'm teaching on Oracle, so if you know the SQL language, you can execute same code on any other platform. So once you know SQL language, you can execute on any platform wherever you want. See, this is the example of Oracle database. You could see my screen, right? This is the
Yeah.
example of Oracle database.
Yeah.
Let me show you for SQL Server. Just a minute. This is the example of SQL Server. This is from Microsoft. Okay. So your wish, you can execute your queries on Snowflake. See, this is example of Microsoft SQL Server. So whatever queries I will execute on Oracle, same query I can execute here as well. Okay, clear? Is this
Yeah.
point clear to everyone?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Athena
Yeah.
also is there, no, Tanvir, here in database. Athena
Hmm.
also was there, right? That SQL queries can
It's
execute in
now.
Athena as well.
Yeah. There as well you can execute. That is what I'm telling.
Hmm.
These are the famous one on which I have worked actually.
Okay.
Okay. But your wish, you can
Hmm.
practice on any platform. That is what I'm telling.
Yeah.
But those who are
But
very
in few
yes.
cases, there will be the
Hmm.
queries may be different, right? when
No, no,
compared
no,
to
no, 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 no. See. What will be different? Like,
mm,
see, I will give you one example. We have a minus keyword in Oracle.
mm,
Okay. Same keyword is known as except in Microsoft SQL Server. Okay.
okay.
But the functionality is same. Got it?
Yeah, got it.
So that is the only difference, and only 1% difference is there, which we will communicate you in the class. We will let you know.
Okay.
Okay. Like we have an NVL function in Oracle. It is known as is null in Microsoft SQL Server. Got it?
Yeah,
But
got it.
functionality is same. Functionality is same. Got it?
Mhm.
Yeah, but we need to remember these cases where we have
Ha,
some.
ha. But in interview, if you will appear, interviewer will never tell you, "Okay, write this query on this platform, on this database." No. You have full freedom. You can write on any platform because if you know the logic, your query
Mm,
will execute on any of the database.
okay.
Got it?
Yeah, got it.
Any other question, anyone?
I got a question from my side.
Yeah,
So
yes, please.
basically, I'm just starting from totally, zero, ground zero. So do I
Okay.
need to go like, go through something while like attending your classes on the daily?
No, nothing. No prerequisite is needed for my course.
Okay.
Okay.
And one
And
more.
it is
Yeah, please continue.
just 1 minute, sir. Abhijit.
Yeah.
And it is my responsibility to make you understand, not to you, to everyone. Okay. Just my humble request to everyone, attend a class regularly on a daily basis, work on the assignments. If something is not clear, stop me then and there and ask question. Okay. Otherwise, I will take responsibility to make you understand. Even if you don't know anything about database, SQL, or programming, don't worry about it. We're going to start from very scratch. The only thing I need support from you is if something is not clear, stop me then and there and ask, tell me this is not clear, please repeat. I'll be more than happy to repeat. Okay. But if you're silent, you're not asking, how I will come to know what is clear, what is not clear. Okay. Yeah.
Uh,
Next question,
Perfect, Karthik.
Sarpreet.
And yeah, one last thing here I just want to ask. So I'm working right now in some different
Mm,
field, and it's a night a job, right? It's from like
mhm,
evening 6 o'clock till like 5 o'clock in the morning, and
mhm.
so I'll be getting like. So how much time should I spend here to go through all the concepts for this to.
Hmm. Good question.
Yeah.
So ideally, if you will ask me, in the ideal scenario, the classes will be approx 2 hours on a daily basis. In between, we will take a break of 10 to 15 minutes. Apart from the regular class, I believe you should spend 1 hour minimum, okay, to work on the assignments, to go through the recording, okay. But I can understand for the professional folks, it becomes difficult, okay. So for them, my suggestion is at least Monday to Friday, just attend the classes. Don't skip it. In the rarest scenario, because some reason if you're not able to attend, you will be having recording. You can go through the recording as well. But on Saturday, Sunday, minimum spend 2 hours each and work on the assignment. And if you have any question, you ask. But still, if you are super busy, you're not finding time. So even if the course is over, try to work on the assignments. Because see, if you are relying only on my lecture during the course, to be honest, it will not help. You have to get your hand dirty working on the assignment, not only with SQL, any programming language, Python or any other thing. So that is why we are giving this privilege. Even if the course is over, if you're working on the assignment, you're getting stuck, you can ask us. We have a dedicated group for it. Hope I answered your question.
Yes, yes. Thank you so much. Yeah.
No problem. Yeah, Sandeep was
Just
asking
one
something.
question. Um,
Yes, sir. Please go ahead.
um, will the recording sessions will be available on WhatsApp group or how you will share it if we
Yeah,
don't attend?
good, good question. So today's and tomorrow's class will be taken on Zoom. because
Okay.
we take 2 to 3 days to finalize a list of participants. And so today's and tomorrow's class will be on Zoom, and the recording will be uploaded on our YouTube channel. We will share the link with you. Okay.
Oh, okay.
And but from Monday onwards, when we will move on Graphy, which I was showing you here, right?
Mm-hmm.
So once we will move on Graphy, and like from Monday or Tuesday, we will take classes on Graphy. We will create your course. So once
Okay.
the class is over at 9 a.m. IST, so within 30 minutes, it doesn't take 30 minutes, hardly it takes 10 to 15 minutes, but on a safer side, I'm telling you, within 30 minutes, automatically you will find the recording uploaded
Oh,
here.
okay.
Okay, this is not a
Got it.
manual task. Graphic takes
Mm.
care for it. Okay, Graphic will upload it. This classroom
Oh, okay.
notes, this assignment solution, this workbook, we upload it manually. So by 9:30 on a daily basis, you will find all these things on Graphic. And this is lifetime access. Okay, clear?
Okay. Thank you. Yes. Do we need
No
to
problem.
register on Graphy?
Yeah, I told in the beginning, we will create course for your batch on Graphy. On Monday,
Mm-hmm.
we will communicate you how to register. And again, I'm repeating, for that 50 rupees, the Graphy platform, they charge separately. We have tried to make it free, but they don't allow it. Although we are paying certain amount on a yearly basis, but still they have this protocol they charge from each participant as well. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I want
Okay.
to make it clear for that one-time payment of 50 rupees is needed. Those who are in on-site, we will make payment on your behalf. You don't have to make payment. Okay. Any other question, anyone?
Yeah. Then in a day,
Hmm.
if we get any doubts, right? Is there
Hmm.
anyone support us to clear those doors in a day, or we need to
Ha.
wait until the next day?
No. Let me show you that example in just a minute. Uh, this is our dedicated WhatsApp group. Okay, like for S29, you could say this is the generic group. In this group, we have all the participants who has just shown their interest. S29, we have the list of final participants, means those who have made the payment. We are adding them in this group. So whenever you are stuck somewhere, like suppose after the class you started working on the assignment, you are stuck somewhere or it is throwing error message, you take the screenshot, post it in this S29 target group. Okay. And we will help you there. You don't have to wait for the next class. Okay. Apart from that, we have this alumni group as well. In this group, we have all the participants from the previous batches. Okay, so whenever you have any question, you can post here as well. Your wish. The benefit of this alumni group is even if the course is over, you can post your question here, and the participants are from different organizations. So whenever they have any internal openings in their company, they post the requirement here. You can be referred. Okay, but this group is only for SQL discussion and job discussion. No hi, hello, greetings, nothing. Hope this
Uh,
is clear.
yes.
Yeah, clear. Thanks.
No problem. Yeah, I think just hold on. I think Sandeep is trying to ask question for a long time. Sandeep, can you please unmute and ask?
Just now, I only asked the
Ask?
question.
Okay, fine, good. Yeah, Venkatesh, you want to ask question? Okay, any other question, anyone? No questions? Okay. I have a question for you. What are your expectation from this course? Why you want to join this SQL training course? Anyone?
Basically, I do not have any knowledge about it, so I want to gain some experience in it, and maybe land a job or something.
Okay, ठीक है. Thank you, Seth.
Yeah, I'm
Next,
I'm
hmm,
focusing on BA actually. So it
business
would be
analyst.
really great if
Okay,
you could really help me in BA and stuff.
sure.
Uh,
Oh,
yeah, in my opinion, SQL is the mandatory for most of the things.
correct.
Yeah,
Bread and butter.
yeah. One of earlier student, my sister was joined with you, and she
Okay.
suggested to learn with Tanvir. He's a
Okay.
good trainer.
Okay. 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 That is fine. Thanks. Your sister has referred. What is your expectation, Sandeep, from this course? Why you want to learn SQL?
Yeah, that is what I am planning to learn Power BI. I'm interested in Power BI, but yeah,
Hmm.
uh, uh, Power BI along with SQL, it is good to do.
Correct.
That's yeah.
Good combination, of course. Yeah. So Power BI new batch will start, I think, around 20th of December. Not sure. We will communicate separately. Okay. Yeah. Next, what is your expectation from this course? Why you want to join this course? Anyone else?
Yes, so Tanvir, I know
Hmm.
already the sequel, but I want my expectation is to how to write the optimized query, like to improve the performance of the query, that one. And other than this, I'm facing the issue like some requirement I'm not able to understand to convert the non-technical requirement into the our technical form.
Okay.
Yeah.
ठीक Clear. Anyone else?
I can go next and we'll Rahul this side. So the like
Rahul,
then
you were in previous batch, right?
yeah then
Okay, okay. ठीक है. Yeah, please tell me now.
so I am now like re-enrolling in this batch because I want to go towards more complex scenarios
Hmm.
because most of the databases are being migrated to cloud and all the cloud technologies are supporting SQL, anything to script or anything like as like AWS Athena or Azure
Hmm.
Synapse, everything. So I
Hmm.
think that it would be useful.
Okay, of course, yeah. Because nowadays the companies they are moving from on-premise to cloud, so data migration projects are like anything in the IT industry. So fine. Okay, got it. Okay, one more thing I want to highlight here for you, Rahul, because you are our previous batch student, and I think you are in Python as well, right? Am I
Yes,
correct?
yes,
Uh,
yes, Neeraj.
So, I'm planning to take a 3 hours separate SQL workshop. In that, the very complicated questions which I post on LinkedIn. Okay, so that will be covered. So five such questions I will pick. Okay, so if interested, you can join that as well. We will communicate it in the alumni group. Just for your information, I'm
Yeah,
giving this heads up.
sure,
Okay.
sure, Tanvir.
Okay. Any other expectation, anyone? Okay, fine. See, what all you have mentioned here, and I know like most of you have been referred by my previous batch of students. So I do understand certain level of trust will be there, and I will try to maintain it. So one thing, see, to answer all those things, the generally any SQL course you will means if you want to check, it will be of 20 to 25 hours. Okay. But we take around 40 to 45 hours. The reason is we start from scratch. We will not only introduce you a keyword, but we will tell you how that keyword is executed by the SQL engine at the backend, because that is very much important to write complex queries. Okay. And then the business use case of that particular keyword. Okay. So when you know all those things, you can write a query, even if it is a complex query. Okay. And then few of you have this concern, okay, Tanvir, I'm into like support side, or I'm into the operations side. I'm working as HR. I'm working in the talent acquisition team. I'm working in the recruitment team for let's say over 5 years and 10 years. So then how I can enter into this technical role? Because currently the main concern is, the AI revolution is there, and many of the repetitive tasks, okay, are getting automated, or are getting done using the AI applications, right? And those job profiles are on the verge of getting vaporized shortly, maybe, because we are seeing the trend. So that's why those who are in these roles where they are doing repetitive tasks, they want to enter into the technical role, like what all roles I have mentioned here. So in that case, these guys have a concern. Gitanveer, 5 years I was, let's say, the talent acquisition or support role. Now, if I will enter into this technical role, I'll be considered as a fresher. No. See, in that case, what you have to do, one thing I want to make it clear, whenever you appear for interview, because I'm a part of recruitment team, okay, for many companies like Infosys, Fidelity, and many other companies, I have been the interviewer. So when we take interview, it is means we are get trained before we take interview. Okay, the product owners and the other the talent acquisition team, they will train us ki what type of questions to ask, what type of complexities should be there. So whenever you appear for interview, first of all, few misconceptions I want to make it clear. You think your certifications will be having a very good weightage. No, want to make it clear. Certifications hardly has 2 to 5% weightage, not more than that. If you think I have done a certification from Google, Amazon, or Microsoft, so I can crack this job interview. Nothing like that. It has a weightage, but it's not a game changer. Make it clear. Many of you think, oh, if I have the certification, I will pass this interview or they will hire me. Nothing like that. Okay. Second point, internship. You think that, okay, I have done internship that will be having weightage in the interview. No, nothing like that. Then you think I have prepared a project, I have that in my GitHub, I can show that to the interviewer. Nothing like that. The main thing which matters is how you are able to convince the interviewer during the interview. That only matters. Maybe earlier you have worked for ISRO, you have worked for NASA. That doesn't matter. For me, the thing which matters is, are you able to answer my queries during the interview? Okay. Second point, the background verifications. Generally, the company in the background verifications, they will just check whether you were employee of a particular company or not. Suppose I have mentioned in my resume, my last organization was Infosys. So in the background verification, they will just check whether I was working for Infosys or not. They will not check I was working there in which project, who was the project manager, what was my performance, on which profile I was working, on which skill sets I was working. No, nobody verifies it. Clear? Even if you're working in the support role, you can tell to your interviewer, yeah, I was working as a business analyst. I was working as a data analyst. Why? Because in many projects, in many companies, it happens. Suppose you have been hired for Java. Take this example, but there is no project on Java currently in the organization, or all the projects are occupied. So it doesn't mean that they will keep you on bench. They can allocate any other task to you. Okay, this happens. Those who are working in any company, they know this, right? Or suppose your designation is a support engineer, but there is a task in the testing project. They will allocate you in the testing project. It happens. Maybe they have to give you training, they will allocate you. So it is not necessary that if your job profile is a support engineer, you'll be working in support only. Maybe you'll be working as a data analyst. That is what you have to tell to your interviewer. Okay, yes, my profile was a support or operations or talent acquisition, but I was working in the analyst side, data analyst. But now the question is, you will tell and they will trust. Not possible, right? You have to gain their confidence. How you will gain the confidence? They will ask you a question, what were your roles and responsibilities in the current project? In those roles and responsibilities, you have to tell the roles and responsibilities of an analyst. If you're going for business analyst, you tell them the roles and responsibilities of a business analyst. If you're going for data analyst, tell them the roles and responsibilities of a data analyst. And that we will train you. What are the roles and responsibilities? So whatever I'll be covering in this course, like suppose if I'm teaching you joins, I will tell you in project where this join is used, what are the limitations of it, where it will fail, where it will not fail, So when you know all those things, then you can easily answer during the interview, and that will reflect if this particular guy has worked as a data analyst. Then what will happen? Your 5 years or 6 years or 10 years of experience will be considered in the analyst domain, and that will also decide your salary package. Hope this is clear.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So fine. Many other stuffs are there which will be covering during the course. So finally, I want to start now. Any last question, anyone, before I proceed? I could see a few of the participants has joined recently. So if you have any question, you can ask, or you can go through the recording as well. We will share the recording. Okay, so fine. Okay, this is S28 I'm opening. Yours is S29, no? Let me show you the syllabus. I forgot. So this was supposed to be shown. See, this is the syllabus. We'll start from the basic, how to create table, what is a table, what is a data, what are rows, what are columns. We'll start from basic. And then slowly all these things will be covered. How to handle null values, the basic operators in SQL, the different aggregate functions, how to solve questions based on this. Okay. Different clauses, difference between delete, drop, and truncate, the very important common table expressions, recursive CT, set operators, different types of joins. Okay, this will take around minimum 3 classes. Then the window function, and then the different types of constraints, subqueries, and this constraints. And then we have a set of conceptual questions. So here it is mentioned 38, but we have added 3 more questions. So total you have 41 set of questions. These are the conceptual questions generally asked in an interview, which will be covered during the course. So this is the syllabus. Hope it is clear. Any question from the syllabus part? No?
Then
Ah,
normalization or denormalization, any such
ah.
concept will be a part of course.
Good question, Rahul. Normalization, denormalization, soft delete, slowly changing dimension, and OLTP, OLAP, star schema, snowflake schema, ETL, EATL, ELT, dimension and fact tables. These all are a part of ETL classes. Earlier, when I started this course, we used to cover both in SQL only. But then we discovered that things are getting mixed up. So that is why we separated those topics in the ETL classes. That's a different separate course. So I want to make it clear that those topics will not be covered here. This is uh, specific for SQL only. If you have, Tanvir, if you can tell something about normalization, so maybe I can take ad hoc session. Okay, so we have an ad hoc session. Like whenever I find some interesting question or some interesting concept, so I will take ad hoc session. Ad hoc session means it can be scheduled at any point of time. We'll share the link with you and it will be uploaded on our YouTube channel. You could see in our YouTube channel, we have many ad hoc sessions. So then it will be covered. So if you want, Rahul, I can take a session on normalization and we
Sure.
can discuss it. Okay.
Sure, sure. And Tanvir, one more question I have. So,
Huh.
like in the industry general practice where people work on SQL, I have
Hmm.
seen like to address a single problem in SQL. Let's say we have a problem statement.
Hmm.
Different people write their own way of query. I mean, the output for
Hmm.
everyone is same, but some people say I can write this way, others say I can write this way. So
Hmm.
I understand that one could be more optimized query than the
Hmm.
other. So
Hmm.
we will look at some of that scenarios as well,
Of
like
course.
to achieve one problem statement. How can we do? Yeah,
Of course. Of course. Of course. See, and that's a good practice actually, and that is why we recommend each and every question when you're practicing, you must think, suppose a particular question you are able to solve using joins. Now you have to think how I can solve this question using window function. Okay. Then you have to think how I can solve this question using CT, using aggregate. That's a good practice actually, and that will be done in this class. Even when
Okay.
I post question on LinkedIn, many times you will see there will be multiple solutions I will post. That's a good habit. Okay. But when you are starting with this course, so don't have that mentality as of now. Otherwise, it will become complicated. Okay. Once 50% of the course is over, you have a good understanding. Then you have to think, okay, I solved this question using this keyword or this concept. Can I solve using this concept or not? Once the course is over, then we recommend, okay, now each and every question, minimum you should be able to solve using two ways. Okay. And when you're asking question to me during the class, I'll be showing you all the possible solutions. And then I'll be comparing it. Okay, okay, now think over it, which is good from performance perspective, because performance is a very important aspect these days. Okay, so that will be covered. Okay, any other questions? Shall I start now?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. So today is the demo class. Today is 12th December. Okay, the first question is why SQL? SQL or SQL? So few people pronounce it as SQL, we pronounce it as SQL. Both are same. It stands for structured query language. Why it is known as a structured? Because it works only on the structured data. Now that's a very different topic of discussion. What is the structured data? What are the unstructured data? What are the semi-structured data? Actually, that unstructured and semi-structured data concept has given birth to that big data technology. Okay, I will not enter that. Let me quickly answer in a layman term. The data which you can write in your Excel sheet, like suppose if I'm writing one Tom 4500 daily. If I write this, you will understand here, or maybe Tanvir is telling there's a employee Tom whose employee ID is 1, salary is 4500, location is Delhi. So this is known as structured data. It has a particular structure. But suppose if I will paste a image here, or I will show you some video on YouTube. So those are known as unstructured data. They don't have a particular structure. Or maybe your email, your link. These are known as unstructured data. Okay. And nowadays you have more unstructured data. Can you imagine the volume of data on YouTube? Can you imagine the volume of data on Instagram? Right? It is growing like anything. And that is why to handle those volume of data, we have that big data, right? Correct, no? So SQL language works only on the structured data, the data which can be something like this. Okay. Now, let me give you another example. We have Venkat today. So if I will ask Venkat, okay, Venkat, what is your hobby? Let's say he will tell cricket. I will ask, okay, where you stay? Let's say he will tell Chennai. Okay. In which company you work? Let's say TCS. So this is a structured data. It has a particular structure and all these values are related. So we can make a sense, oh, there is a student Venkat who plays cricket and he stays in Chennai and working for TCS. So this is known as structured data. The SQL language works only for structured data. Okay. Then you might be thinking, what about unstructured and semi-structured data, Tanvi? So for that, we have no SQL. That is known as not only SQL. And that's a different topic of discussion. So in this course, we'll be focusing only on SQL. SQL is still ruling IT industry for the last 40 to 45 years. Okay, it is in the IT industry, it is still ruling. Do you know how old is Python language? 1990. Okay. Until 2010, it was not that much famous. But after 2011 or 12, when we have seen that big data and lot of and huge volume of data, then to process to manage it, then Python became more famous, and nowadays it's also a very important language. So that is about SQL language. Now, like if you go to earlier days, 1980s, 1990s, or even 2000, if you'll go to your local departmental store, you will see in that departmental store, one Chacha Kaka will be there. He'll be having a register. I think you all must have noticed. They'll be having a register. In that register, they will make an entry, what all products they have. If any product is not in inventory, they will make a note of it. What all transactions they have done, they will make a note of it, right? And if you go to some medical shop as well, they'll be having a small notebook or register. They'll make a note what all medicines they have, what all medicines is not in inventory. Still, if you'll go to countryside shops, they have the register, they maintain each and everything, right, in the register. Or you might have seen in movies as well, right? There was a movie of Dilip Kumar, if you know Yusuf Khan. So in that movie, they have shown that there is a Munshiji, and he is maintaining all the transactions in a notebook or register, right? Now, I have a question for you. Do you think the transactions of Amazon database or Flipkart database can be maintained on a register? Is that possible?
No.
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 No. Is my voice breaking? Sandeep, is it clear now?
Yeah, now it is clear.
It's clear.
Okay,
Yeah.
good, good. Okay. Okay, so it is not possible for Amazon or Flipkart to maintain all the daily transactions. Millions of transactions are happening. Currently, I'm working in a project, and in that, we have 500 million records, right? So it is not possible to save those business transactions in a register or even in your Excel sheet. It will fail, right? Your Excel has certain limitation. I think around 1 million or something. It cannot save data beyond that. I don't know the exact number. Long back I checked, it was 1 million. So it also has a limitation. So for that purpose, and we know these days the e-commerce application or the financial transactions. Let's take the example of a phone pay or Paytm. The volume of transactions happening on a daily basis, right? And they're storing it, correct? If you will open your phone pay app, you have that option of transaction history. You can click on it, and you could see getting background noise. I'll mute everyone. Okay. Sorry, I have muted everyone. There was some background noise. If you have any question, you can unmute and ask. So in PhonePe app, if you will open, you could see that transaction history. One tab is there. If you click on it, it will show you all the history. It means they're maintaining it, right? So imagine for 100, at least I think more than 50 crore customers will be having that. Or I don't know the exact number, but yes, a good number of Indians will be having PhonePe or Paytm. Now imagine the number of transactions they have to save, right? So for all this purpose, because the volume of transactions are increasing like anything, so then there is a need for some technology or language which can store all those transactions. And whenever you want, it can fetch those data for you. Are you getting my point? So for that purpose, we need SQL because SQL language will help us to save or store those business transactions in a database. Okay. And whenever you want, you can extract it, you can fetch it. Like suppose I have done some transaction today through phone pay. Okay. And let's say the transaction failed or it has stopped somewhere or something happened. Okay. Then what I will do? I will connect with the customer support team of the phone pay. I will tell my concern. And then at the back end, they will quickly check about my details and they will verify it, right? So it means the database which they are handling, it is not able to just store all the transactions, but whenever you want, you can fetch it as well. It will display it, correct? But to those customer care executives, the database will show, okay, acha, this is the transaction done by Tanveer on this particular day, and they can verify whether it was successful or failed or it is on hold. Correct? So it means we need some technology or some language which should help us to store all those business transactions and fetch whenever we want. That is where SQL language will help you. And currently, most of the IT projects are based on data, and they need someone who can process those data, who can load those data. So for this purpose, we need data engineers, and they have to be very strong in SQL. But you have stored the data. Now, suppose your client is telling, can we show me the total revenue of 2024 quarter one? Got it? Show me the total revenue of 2024 quarter two. Tell me whether the revenue has increased or decreased, by what percentage it is increased or decreased. Then will tell me the total number of employees we have, how many of them are male, how many of them are female, right? The highest earning employee, right? Tell me the highest salary department wise, how much taxes we are paying, from which location we have the maximum revenue, from which location the revenue is minimum, in which department the revenue is consistently increasing quarter over quarter. So the clients or the stakeholders need this type of information to understand how the business is performing, right? For this purpose, they need data analyst. And that is why these days the demand for data analysts and the data engineers are like anything. Actually, trust me, there is a scarcity of good data analysts in the market. Okay. And that's the reason currently in the IT industry, the companies they're allowing non-technical folks as well to appear for data analyst interview, because this job profile is not coding centric. Earlier during 2015-16, when we used to take interview in the IT industry, they only invite BTech, MTech, MCA graduates only. BCA were not allowed, BBA not allowed, BCom, MCom not allowed. Now they're allowing everyone. Come, crack interview, we will hire you. And many such examples are there from my academy. One of my student has done BA, Bachelor in Arts. He he learned something about SQL, Python, Power BI, Advanced Excel. Now he's working as a data analyst in physics wala. Many such example is there. One of my student was in civil. She was working in a construction company for 5 years. Now she's working as a data analyst, I think in EY. So many such examples are there. Anyway, so that is the need for SQL, and that is why we need data engineers or data analysts. Is this point clear? Any questions so far, anyone? Is this clear?
Yeah,
Yeah.
clear.
Okay. Now, then, now the question is, okay, fine. The first task is you have a business transactions, then you have to store that data somewhere, right? Suppose I'm in Delhi. If I'm if I'm getting transferred from Delhi to Bangalore, what will be my top priority? To get some house, right? Correct now? To get some shelter. So I will start searching for house, maybe 2 BHK, 3 BHK as per my requirement, correct? Because I have to stay there, right? Similarly, to store data, we need a house. And that house is known as table. Got it? So table is equivalent to your house. In a table, you can store your data. I'm not going into that concept of what is database, data warehouse, because those are the concepts of ETL classes, guys. If you guys are interested, let me know. I can schedule a separate 1 hour session and I can cover that. Okay, that's a different topic of discussion. Because I know those who are from that background, they will be thinking it and will first database will come, then table space will come, then schema will come, then table will come. So I'm making it clear, I'm not coming to that part. I'm very centric to SQL only in this course. Okay. So the first thing is we need a table, because table is something where we can save data or we can store data. Okay. Now, suppose I have a table with the name employee. Whenever you create a table, you have to give a name to a table, and that is your wish. You can give any name to a table. There are certain rules and regulations which I will teach you. Suppose I constructed a house in Bangalore. That is my wish. No, I can keep any name, correct? Of that house, my wish. Similarly, when you create a table, it is your wish. You can create a table with any name. So I want to create a table with the name employee. I will show you how to create table. I want to create a table with the name employee. Now, when you want to construct a house, suppose I want to construct a house. So I will connect with some civil engineer or architect, correct? So to them, I have to tell my requirement. I will tell them, okay, I want 3 BHK house, one balcony should be there. I want a dining space. Then I want a servant room, a study room, and all those things, right? And accordingly, that architect will design it. Correct now. Similarly, when you are creating a table, you have to tell to the SQL engine, okay, how many rooms you want. So the rooms is known as columns. Suppose I want employee ID, employee name, salary, location. So in technical world, these are known as columns, or these are also known as fields, or these are also known as attributes. Okay, fields, attributes, columns. Generally, these are known as fields or columns. If I will ask you in this employee table, how many fields we have? 1, 2, 3. We have 4 fields. Now, is there any restriction on the number of fields in a table? What is your thought? Is there any restriction on the number? Suppose I want to construct a house. Is there any rule that I can construct only 2 BHK?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, my wish. I can construct 1 BHK as well, 3 BHK as well, 4 BHK as well, studio, penthouse, whatever I want. It is my wish, no? Correct. Similarly, when you are creating a table, it is your wish. You can have 1 column, or you keep 10 columns, or you keep 50 columns, or you keep 100 columns. It is your wish. Got it? Clear? So there is no restriction on the number of columns in a table. You can have any number of columns. Hope this point is clear. Is it making sense so far?
Yeah, then.
Yes, Tanvi.
Yeah.
Okay, tell me a quick feedback. Am I going too slow? You want me to increase the pace, or is it fine?
No, it is fine.
I think it's fine.
Because I know many of you are from non-technical background, so I don't want to directly jump into that technical aspect of it. That is why I'm trying to set the ground first. Okay, take care.
Yeah, this is
So
good.
this, okay, perfect. So these are the fields, also known as attributes, also known as columns. Now, suppose you have constructed your house, then what next? Either you will go and stay there, or you will give it for rent, correct? So similarly, I have to insert data now. Suppose I have employee ID 1, name is John, uh, salary is 5,000, the location is Delhi. So this is known as data, also known as record, also known as row. So generally, it is known as record or row. Here, this one value John is known as data. 5,000 is a data. Daily is a data. One is a data. This entire one John 5,000 daily is known as a record, also known as row. In few projects, they will call sorry, as a record. In few projects, they will call it as a row. So how many row we have right now in this table? One row. Is there any restriction on the number of rows in a table?
No.
No restrictions. Yes, no restrictions. You can create a table and insert only one row, allow. You can create a table and insert 100 million rows, that is also allowed. No restriction. Suppose I have another record, ID 2, name Tom, salary is let's say 4,000, location is Chennai. I have another record 3, Sara, this is 6,000, location is Pune. So this is a typical example of a table. These are the columns and these are the rows. So now, right now I have done this on this Excel sheet, but you have to do the same thing in a database. Now I will show you how to create a table, how to insert data in a database. Now this is Oracle database. Just a minute. And please don't make a note of anything. Everything will be shared after the class. This is the Oracle database, but I will not recommend you to download it because the process to download it is little bit complicated. Now, first of all, listen to me what I'm telling. Little bit complicated. We have a recording. We will share that link with you how to download. Okay. But for the first week, I will recommend you all not to download it because the installation of the downloading part is little bit tedious. Because even if you will fail a particular step, single step, the installation will fail. And then if you will try to install again, it will fail again. And then if you will think, oh, I will uninstall and install again it will fail. Got it? And then you will think that, oh, this is frustrating. And then you will lose interest in SQL. This has happened actually. So for the first week, I will recommend not to indulge in downloading and installing this Oracle SQL Developer. Okay. Once first week is over or second week is over, then I will share the link, or you can find the link is on my YouTube channel, how to download, how to install, and how to uninstall both. But my recommendation is not to involve in it as of now. Clear? Then the question is, Tanvir, how we will practice, right? For that, what you have to do, let me show you that.
Is it
There
a
is a
live data?
which one? The one which I was showing you here.
Yeah, in the Oracle, yeah.
No, this we have created.
Okay.
But you have an option. You can extract live data as well through Python and all those things. We will show you all those things. Okay.
Okay.
Now, then the question is, how we will practice SQL queries? You are telling not to download, how to practice. Then we have a browser-based Oracle. This is known as Oracle Live SQL. For this, you don't have to download anything. No need to install, no need to download. Even if you're working in your official laptop, it will work because this will not ask you to download anything. If you are in office, you have free time, you can do this. Click on this Oracle Live SQL. Now click on this Oracle Live SQL link, and then it will ask you to create a account, click on start coding. Everything is getting recorded. Please don't make a note of it. We will share the recording with you. Then click on create account. Once you click on create account, it will ask the simple and basic questions, your name, your email ID, password, and all those things, your company name, your designation. It is not necessary to write is correct company name. Whatever you want, you can write. They're not going to verify. Your email ID should be the correct one because they will send a link to it. You know the process, right? And then you can set a password and then you can log in using your email ID. Is that clear? And then you can execute the query. So for the initial 1 or 2 week, my recommendation will be to use this Oracle Live SQL platform. This is very simple and straightforward. Is this clear? Any question? But see, you have full freedom, boss. If you want, no, Tanvir, I want to practice on Oracle only. Go ahead, install it. If you want to practice on Microsoft SQL Server, you can practice here as well. I'm not stopping anyone. Okay, this is just a recommendation I'm telling. Is that clear? Okay, now, but during the class, I'll be teaching you on this Oracle SQL Developer because many of the data, everything is present here. Okay, any questions so far?
No.
Okay, so when I'm writing create table employee, it means I'm telling to the SQL engine, I want to create a table with the name employee. Clear? Then the SQL will ask me, Tanvir, how many rooms you want, right? It means how many columns you want. Then I have to mention the column names. Is this clear?
Yes.
And don't get confused here with the color coding, why this is in blue color, why this is in black color. Ignore it. Please ignore it. Is this a statement clear to you all? What is the meaning of this?
Yeah.
Here we are telling SQL engine to create a table with the name employee. And in this employee table, I want these columns. EMP ID means employee ID. EMP name means employee name, salary or location. Is this point clear? Any question? Okay. After this, you have to tell to the SQL engine what type of data you want to store in these columns. Like suppose if I'm organizing a party, I cannot make an arrangement of non-veg for everyone because maybe few of my guests they prefer veg only, right? So I have to understand their taste and accordingly I have to do the arrangements, right? Similarly, here I have to tell to the SQL engine what type of data I want to store in these columns. Is this point clear? In the EMP ID, that is employee ID column, what type of data I'm storing? Numbers or integers, right? So here after EMP ID, I have to write INT. INT means integer. It means in this EMP ID column, I want to store integers. Is this clear? Similarly, EMP name. What I'm storing in EMP name? Alphabets, correct? English alphabets are there, correct? So whenever you are storing English alphabets, you have to write var 50. Why I have written var what is the meaning of var why I have written 50, we'll discuss all those things at a later point of time. For the time being, just understand, in a column, if you have to store numbers or integers, what you will write? Int. In a column, if you have to store alphabets, what you will write? var 50. Is this clear to everyone? I know, okay, those who have already studied SQL, you must have studied char as well. You must have studied integer, float. You might be thinking about it. We'll come to that. Hold on. So far, whatever I covered, is this clear? Please confirm me. Is this
Yes.
clear to everyone?
Yes,
Yes.
Dharmesh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, if it is clear, tell me, and these are known as data types. Data types. There are a lot of data type. Integer, number, float, varchar, char, varchar2, timestamp, date, boolean, many other are there which we will discuss down the line. As of now, I have taught you integer data type and varchar data type. These are known as data types. It means what type of data you want to store. If you have understood this, tell me in salary column, what should be the data type?
Integer.
Integer.
Integer, very good. Location column, what should be the data type?
Varchar.
Varchar 50. I know you must be thinking why this is 50, Tanveer. Can I write 100? Can I write 10? So to quickly answer, your wish you write anything. Okay. But my recommendation is keep 50 here. I will show you if you write 100, what will happen. If you write 1, what will happen. I will show you all those examples. But for the time being, just understand, if you want to store numbers or integer, you have to write int. If you have to store alphabets, you have to write varchar 50. This is clear. Then put a semicolon at the end. Okay. Now select this query, and can you see this green color arrow? Is it visible? So this is the execute or run button. You have to click on it. Once you will click, you will get some message at the bottom. Can you see this is a message here? All right.
Yeah.
So it has thrown some error message. Correct now? It has thrown some error message. And this is the message. SQL engine is telling me, Tanveer, this name is already used by an existing object. It means SQL engine is telling, okay, Tanveer, already we have a table employee, okay, in the database. Got it? So already a table with the name employee is present in the database. That is why SQL engine has thrown error message, because it is not allowed to create two tables with the same name in a database. It is not allowed. So actually already one employee table exists. Again, I'm trying to create this table. That is why SQL engine is throwing error message. Tanvi will not allow you because already one table is there. Is this clear? Yes or no? So the summary is you cannot create two tables with the same name. That is the summary. Hope it is clear to everyone.
It's like in
Hope
the
this is clear.
same database, right?
In same
Okay.
database, you cannot allow two table with the same name. That is why you see, right? Engine is throwing error message, right? Now the question is, then how to create this table? Now you have two options. Either you change the name of this table. You can write here employee one or anything. Then now if I will execute, this will work. Let me show you this. Oh, this also exists. Employee one also exists. Let me check with employee two. Now see, this employee two table has been created. Okay. So because employee two table does not exist earlier, so this table has been created now. Is this point clear?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. But suppose your client is telling, you know, Tanvir, I want to create a table with the name employee only. I will not like employee two. मेरे को तो भाई employee name का ही table चाहिए. I want a table of name employee only. The client is telling. Then, then what you have to do? You have to delete the previously created employee table. Okay? And for that, you have to take permission from the project manager or the lead. Suppose they have given permission to you. Then we use this job table employee to drop this table. Okay? Is my voice audible?
Yeah, I got a question.
Yeah, tell me.
Can we move the same database data to some other database? Like the
Oh,
same
that you
data
can
instead
do.
of deleting it.
Correct. That also you can do. But suppose you have to create
Okay.
in this database only. Then what you will do, right?
Yeah.
Okay, am I audible now?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, just a minute. Just give me 1 minute. There is an issue with this. Oh, sorry, I was facing some issue with my headset. The battery is down. Can you hear me now? I'm audible.
Yes.
Yeah, we can.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, but I'm getting on that system. Just a minute. Okay, fine. So you have to use this drop to delete the previously created table. Now see, I will execute it. Now that table is dropped, the previously created employee table. Now if I will try to create this employee table, check it. Table employee created. Is this point clear?
Clear.
Yes.
Okay,
So we just need to type drop table employee and delete
correct.
it.
Correct. That will be deleted from the database permanently.
Okay.
Okay. We will discuss in
Okay.
detail like how the drop works. If you'll see here, we have the separate topic: drop, delete, truncate, and what is the difference between them. So just to keep the thing simple, right now I'm telling you, you just execute this drop statement. This will delete the table. But
Okay.
don't do this in project, because maybe this table is a critical table. You have not taken permission. So whenever you drop any table, you have to take the permission for it. And everyone doesn't have access as well in a project to drop a table. Okay. So two things we have learned here. Point number one, it is not allowed to create two tables with the same name. Got it?
Yeah.
Point number two, if you want to create a table with the same name, you have to delete the previously created table. And for that, you have to use this drop statement. This will delete the previously created table. Got it?
Yeah.
Tanvir, by
Okay.
same name means if we write employee in a lowercase, then also will it be considered same table or a different?
Good question. I thought of covering at a later point of time, but let me answer quickly. SQL is not case sensitive. What is the meaning of case sensitive? This employee, which I have written, I can write this in lowercase or uppercase. Actually, lowercase means small letter, uppercase means capital letter. We have studied in our primary school, right? So that is in technical world, the small letter is known as lowercase and the capital letter is known as uppercase. In SQL, you have this privilege. You write this table name employee in lowercase or uppercase, they both are same. You write this column name employee ID in lowercase, uppercase, they both are same. Or any of this, whatever I have written, you have full freedom. You write it in lowercase or uppercase, both are same. So even if you write employee in lowercase, they both will be same. Is this clear?
Got it.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay, Rahul?
yeah,
Huh,
Tanvir.
but in Python, you are there in Python batch, Rahul, right? But in Python, we don't have this privilege. Python is case sensitive even with these keywords. But in SQL, you have this privilege. I will show you all those things. Okay, I'll come to that. Okay. So the quick answer to your question is, Rahul, even if you write this employee in lowercase, engine will treat that this table is already present.
Okay.
Is this clear?
Yeah.
Okay, now the table has been created and we got the message here. Got it? Any questions so far? No. Now you can ask a question. Okay, Tanvir, okay, fine. You have created the table. What is the proof? Right now, what is the proof? The proof is I can show you the structure of this table. Whenever you want to see the structure of a table, you have to write this DESC command. DESC means describe. So I'm telling SQL engine to describe this employee table. So see, engine will show me the structure of this table. This employee table has these columns: employee ID, employee name, salary, location. You could see here employee ID, employee name, salary, and location. Got it? Here you have this null. Ignore it for the time being. We have a separate topic. We will discuss this in detail. So please ignore it. This type means data type. Now you will be confused here. Tanvir, you have written INT, but why it is coming as number 38? At the back end, it converts it to this number 38. Okay. So whenever you want to see the structure of a table, you have to write DSC. DSC means describe. So when you're executing this, you are telling to the SQL engine, please describe the employee table. Clear? Is this clear so far? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now the next task is we created the table. I have shown you the structure. What is the next task? To insert data, to save data. To save data in a table, you have to write insert into employee. It means you want to insert some data into the employee table. Then you have to write values. It means you are telling what all values you want to insert into this employee table. One, John, 5,000 daily. This is the syntax to save data in a table. You have to write insert into employee. It means the table name, the values which you want to insert. And then you have to write whatever values you want to insert. Like here, I want to insert employee ID 1, employee name John, salary 5,000, location Delhi. This is a syntax. Now, few points which you have to take here, and we have to be very careful. These values have to be mandatorily in the same sequence like how you have defined the columns here. First, you have employee ID. So first you have to keep employee ID. Then you have employee name. Then this has to be employee name. Then you have a salary. This has to be salary. If you will shuffle it, you will keep daily here, 5,000 here. It will throw error message. I will show you that. Is this point clear? So the sequence matters here. It's very important. Point number one. Point number two. The columns for which the data type is var those values has to be in inverted quotes. You could see here John is in inverted quotes. Daily is in inverted quotes. This is mandatory. Is this point clear?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Clear.
These 2 points you have to take care.
If we have more errors, more headers, right? How can we remember that?
Sorry if we have more columns.
Headers in
Headers
the
means
table.
columns you mean, right? The fields
Yeah.
and attributes, right?
Yes, yeah.
So no other solution. You have to know the structure of it. You have to refer the mapping sheet. And from that, you have to write one by one. But actually, see, one thing I will tell you. Actually, in the project, no, we don't do this. Suppose you have 1 million transaction happened yesterday in Amazon, right? So do you think if you will write one by one insert into all those 1 million transactions? No. So there what we do, we'll keep all those transactions in an Excel sheet and directly we will import in a table. Got it? But this process which I'm showing you, this is used when you want to insert 1, 2, 3 records or 10 records, or when you want to do some analysis. So that's a different process here, how when you have millions of records, directly you can import it from Excel. And that's a very simple task. Is this point clear?
Yeah, clear.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now you select it, click on this run button. What is the message here? One row inserted. Yes. So this lower pane is very important. You will get all the messages here. If you want to clear it, you can click on this. All the messages will be cleared. Okay. So SQL engine is telling Tanvir one row we have inserted. Okay. But what is the guarantee? Suppose you will ask proof. नहीं तनवीर proof दिखाओ यार. Show me the proof. If you want to check the data in a table, whether it is inserted or not, you can write select. Now see, I am writing select in which case? Upper case है या lower case?
Lowercase.
Lower case. Intentionally, I am writing this in lower case just to prove. In SQL, you write in uppercase, lowercase, your wish. Everything will work, okay? I will write select a star from employee. Check the data. You have this data in the database now?
Yeah.
But Tanvir, sorry,
Uh,
one question. Now, if you see the order of output, we are
hmm,
getting salary as the fourth column, but when we
hmm,
define the table, location was the fourth column.
hmm. I will come to that. You're right. I'll just come to it. Okay. So I executed select a star from employee. I got the output and these have this data, correct? Data to say, no, this is the data we inserted, no?
Yes.
Right? Okay. First of all, let's try to understand the meaning of this statement. The meaning of select is to display. Okay. The meaning of select is to display. Whenever you will write select, the SQL engine will understand the user wants me to display some data. When you will write a star or asterisk, this means all the columns. What all columns you have in the employee table, please display all the columns. This is the meaning of a star. Then you're writing from employee. It means from employee table, you want all the columns to be displayed. This is the meaning of this query. Is this clear?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the meaning of this query is please display all the columns from employee table and whatever data you have that is getting displayed. Is this point clear? First of all, confirm me this.
Yeah. Clear.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, what is the difference between this first query and the second query? What is the difference?
No difference.
No difference.
No difference. I have written employee in uppercase, no, in the second query.
In this case, no sensitive
But
case.
as you said, it is not case sensitive. So even
Hmm.
if you are pulling the data from lowercase employee or uppercase employee, the result will be same.
Result
Makes no
should be same,
difference.
right? Okay. Let me check this. See, I have selected this, I'm executing. Are you getting the same output? Are you getting the same output?
Not
Yeah.
really.
Not
Yes.
really.
Ignore
The
that
second,
sequence of column. We are
yeah, yeah.
talking about sequence of column. Please ignore it. I will come to that part. But data the
Okay,
same,
Okay.
no? Data is same, no?
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're getting the same content. So point number one is proved. Okay, you can write this table name in lowercase or uppercase, your wish, you will get the same output, same data. Correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, what is the difference? I've written select in uppercase. Will you get the same output?
Yeah. I will get the same out.
Let me check. Are you getting the same output? So again, proved, you can write select employee, whatever is there in whatever case you want your wish, you will get the same output. Got it? Okay. Now the question is, Tanvir, when you executed this query, sorry, you're getting location, then you're getting salary, right? When you executed this query, you're getting salary, then you're getting location. For this query, you're getting salary, then you're getting location. See? Okay. Just one thing, let me check here. Okay, fine. See, it is the wish of SQL engine. It can, while displaying the output, it can shuffle it. There's no guarantee. That is what when I executed this query. So you got this salary and location, right? What's that? When I executed this query, you got location and salary. That doesn't matters. Randomly it can display. But if your concern is, no, I want to display employee ID, employee name, salary, and then location. Then what you can do, after select, write employee ID, employee name, salary, location from employee. Now check the output. Is it following the same sequence or not?
Yes.
If your client is telling, no, display salary at the last, see, then what I will do? Are you getting salary at the last here?
Yeah.
Got it? So you have full freedom to customize the columns, whatever you want to display. Suppose your client is telling, okay, don't display salary, that is the confidential data, remove it. I will remove it from here. Check the output. Are you getting salary now?
No.
So select is your playground. Whatever you want, you display here. The columns which you don't want, you remove it from here. Suppose now your client is telling, okay, display the location first, then employee ID, then employee name. I will keep location here, then employee ID, then employee name. Check the output. Are you getting location first? Is this
Yes.
clear?
Yes, clear.
Now your client is telling, Tanvir, just display employee name. I don't want any other column, just display employee name. You're getting only employee name. Is this point clear to everyone?
Yeah, clear.
Okay. Any question, anyone?
No.
Questions, okay. Now, performance. We don't have a separate session for performance because performance is something which you have to understand for almost all the keywords separately. So what is the significance of performance for select, count, joins, CT, correlated query, window function? So that is a performance I have to teach you simultaneously. Okay. Whenever we are talking about performance, it means we are telling, hey, how much time a particular query will take to fetch the data. That is the meaning of performance. Got it? Suppose I have written query 1. It has taken 5 seconds to fetch the data. I have written query 2. It has taken 10 seconds to fetch the data. Which query has a better performance?
Query 1,
Query 1. Why?
because it takes less time to fetch the data.
You all agree?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I'm getting response only from very selected participants. Not sure why others are not asking question. It's good if you all have understood. Okay. So Rahul confirmed that Tanvir query 1 will be having a better performance because it is taking less time, right? You all agree, guys?
Yeah,
Okay,
Oh,
agree.
done.
yes. Yeah. Yeah.
So I have given you here the time stamp. So easily you can tell that Tanvir query 1 is having better performance because it is taking less time. But in an interview, they will just give you 2 queries and they will ask you, they will not give you time stamp. And then they will ask which query is better from performance perspective. Then how you will find it out. See, for performance, you have this formula. Let me show you that. This formula.
Last time.
Less time means good performance. You all agree?
Yeah.
More time means bad performance. You agree with this relation, right? Okay.
Yes.
If you are giving more number of tasks to the SQL engine, it will take more time or not. And if it will
Yeah.
take more time, the performance will be bad, right?
Mhm.
Suppose staff and money, they both are working in the same project. Lead has given lot of tasks to staff and very less tasks to money. Obviously, staff has more tasks, he will take more time to complete. Money has a less task, it will complete it quickly, right?
Mhm.
Same way, if you are giving more tasks to the SQL engine, it will take more time. And then you will tell your performance is bad. Correct? If you're giving less tasks to the SQL engine, the engine will complete the task quickly. It will take less time. And then you will tell, oh, performance is good, right? So it
Yeah.
means the performance of a query has a relationship with the number of tasks.
Mhm.
Do you agree, guys?
Yes.
It means when your interviewer is giving you queries and they're asking for the performance, which one has a better performance. So what is your job? You have to check how many tasks engine has to do.
Number of
Okay,
tasks. Yeah.
number of tasks. Suppose I have this query 1 and I have this query 2. Now my interviewer is asking me, Tanvir, query 1 or query 2, which has a better performance? So what I will check first?
Number of
Number of
tasks.
task query 1 and
Number
query
of
2
tasks.
doing.
I have to check which query has to do more tasks, query 1 or query 2, right?
Yeah.
Now you people think over it, take your time, be relaxed, don't be in a hurry. Which query has to do more tasks, 1 or 2?
1.
Why?
Because it has to fetch 4 columns from the table, but query 2 has to fetch just 1 column from the table.
Correct. It's 1 minute, yeah. I have to.
It is
1 minute.
depends on our requirement.
Okay, 8 minutes. Please don't do drawing on the board. Thank you. हाँ.
Yes,
So
sorry,
here see,
network
no
mistake.
problem. No problem, no problem. ठीक है. So query 1 has to fetch 3 columns, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
है ना?
Yeah.
Query 2 has to fetch only 1 column. Obviously, in query 2, you have to do less tasks, no?
Yeah.
Suppose you went for shopping and you have to buy shirt, you have to buy tie, you have to buy trouser. 3 items you have to buy. In another scenario, you have to buy only shirt. So obviously, when you have to buy only shirt, only one product, you have to do less tasks, right? You have less tasks to do, correct?
Yeah.
So you all agree in query 1 engine has to do more tasks.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So in query 1 engine has to do more tasks. And query 2, there's a less task. So in which query the performance will be good?
Query 2.
Query 2.
So we can write here bad performance and we can write here good performance. Got it? Is this clear now?
Yeah.
Now, if I will ask you to compare this query 1 and suppose this is your query 3, which query has a better performance? 1 or 3?
1.
1. Because
Yeah.
in 3, how many columns you have to extract?
4.
4 columns. That is where the performance will be bad. If you compare query 3 and query 1 will be having good performance because here you have to display only 3 columns. Whereas in query 3, you have to display 4 columns. Is this point clear?
Yeah.
You understood about performance, how to measure it?
Yes, sir.
By the number of tasks.
Number of tasks. How to find number of tasks? That will be challenging. That I will teach you during the course. Okay,
Mhm.
fine. Right now, so far I have inserted only one record. Now suppose I want to insert another record, I will copy it and I will paste it. One more good thing about SQL. First point, it is not case sensitive, your wish. You write it in any case. Those who are from Python background or Unix background, you must know their even the reserved keywords are case sensitive. You cannot write print like this in Python. It will throw error message. You have to write P in lowercase, right? But in SQL, you have this freedom. SQL will never bother you with all this cosmetic stuffs. Okay. Second good thing about SQL, you write your code anywhere. You see, now I'm executing this code here. But in Python, you have to write in a sequential manner, right? So now see, I want to insert another record, ID 2, name is Tom, salary 4,000. I think he was from Chennai, I have written. Let me write anything. One row inserted. Again, if you want to verify, select a star from employee. Employee ID, employee name, location, salary. Got it? You got the record for 2 Tom as well?
Yes.
Suppose now you want to insert one more record. Copy it, paste it here, and it was 3 Sara. So you can write 3 Sara. All this code will be shared after the class. I want everyone to practice it. This was Pune. We want to verify data is inserted or not, right? Select the star from employee. You have this data. Got it? Clear?
Yeah. Tanvir, one question I have.
Yes.
In row number 359, you added that record for Sarah. If you run that query again, same 359 line, will the same record be added again?
Correct. You're right.
Okay.
If I will execute it again, same record will be inserted again. We will get a duplicate record. Got it?
Okay.
If you want, I will show this. I've executed this again. Check the data. Duplicate copy. Clear?
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Perfect. Good question. So now we have this employee table. We'll save it here. Similarly, you can insert any number of records. There is no restriction on it. Now listen carefully. Okay, how you're finding it so far? Is it difficult or is it you're able to understand or digest? Any feedback?
It's understandable.
Okay, take care. Now, this is the employee table and suppose we have this data. Sara is duplicate because Rahul told me to try that. So it is duplicate because you executed the same statement again. So be careful. Suppose by mistake, sometime it will happen, I know, because it's just starting with SQL. Sometime it will happen, even by mistake, you will execute certain statement again. So you will get duplicate. In that case, just what you have to do, drop this table. So everything will be deleted. Now copy all these things from here till create kahan gaya? This one. Table will be created and then select all these three together and click on this run button. All the data will be inserted in one go. Now you can check the data. Got this?
We have a question.
Yeah.
So can't we delete a one particular row?
That also you can do. For that, you have to do with the help of delete command.
Okay.
Okay. That we'll discuss at a later point of time. Okay. Yeah, post equals syllabus.
Yeah, okay.
You delete it. You can do that. Okay. So far clear? Okay. So now this is the employee table. Now here, suppose my client is telling, then we take a, you created the employee table, you have these columns and you have these records. But my client is asking, Tanvir, I want only those employee details who are from Delhi. Is the question clear? Client is asking to display only those records who are from Delhi. They're not interested in other locations. Maybe Delhi, they want to do some analysis, so they want me to display only those employees who are from Delhi. It means I have to apply filter. Do you know what is filter? I know you all must know. Nowadays we are using
Yeah.
in day-to-day life. Can you give me any day-to-day example of filter where you apply filter? When you are purchasing something from Amazon or Flipkart, don't you apply filter there? You have to buy a mobile, 16 GB RAM. Will you not apply filter there?
Yeah, exactly. We
Right.
sort it out by the gigabytes and stuff.
Correct. You're right. Same way we have a concept of filter in SQL. That's all. In SQL, if you have to apply filter, you have to write here. Select the star from employee. Where?
Yeah.
Where keyword is used to apply filter in SQL. That's all. Which column you have to apply filter here? What your
Location.
client told?
Location.
Daily location data I want. So it means you have to apply filter on location column, right?
Yes.
So you write here where location. So the engine will
Equal to
understand ki, oh, Tanvir wants to apply filter on the location column.
equal to Delhi.
Now, what value you want to filter?
Delhi.
Daily. So you write here daily. So engine will understand, oh, Tanvir wants to apply filter on the daily value. Now when you will execute it, shortcut button or keyboard shortcut is Control Enter together. It will be executed. Is this correct output? Is this the correct output? Come on,
Yes.
guys, tell me.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Okay. So this is the correct output. We are displaying only the data of Delhi location. John was from Delhi. That is what we have displayed. So it means whenever you want to apply filter in SQL, you have to use this where keyword. Got it? Now, how this query is getting executed. Now see, you are just selecting it, you are clicking on the run button, immediately you are getting output. But actually at the back end, lot of tasks happens. Suppose you are in a restaurant, you ordered for chicken biryani. Within 5 minutes, you got the chicken biryani. At the back end, lot of task is performed by that cook or chef, right? Similarly, when you execute a query at the back end, SQL engine performs lot of tasks. It will check whether the syntax is correct or not here. Suppose I will write this from after where. I will keep it after where. Now I'm executing this query. Why it has failed? Content to same hai na? You have from employee here, you have from employee here. You have where location Delhi, I have where location Delhi. Everything is same. Why it has failed?
Order not.
Because you violated the syntax, you violated the rule. So that is why when you execute a query, SQL checks whether the rules and regulations you're following correctly or not. So when you execute a query, immediately engine will check whether the rules you are following or not. That is known as syntax check. Then suppose same query. I will write like this. I'm executing it. Why it has thrown error message? Because
Because
this table EMPLO spelling is wrong. This does not exist, right? So your SQL engine is immediately checking whether this table is there or not. If table is not there, it is throwing error message. So when you execute a query, lot of task engine has to do at the backend in fraction of seconds. Now let me show you another example. Why this has thrown error message? Table name is correct. Why this has thrown error message?
because the column name is not correct.
Column name is not correct. So this is known as semantics check. Your SQL engine is checking whether this table exists or not, this column exists or not. This is known as semantics checks. So when you click on the run button, these all checks are performed at the backend very quickly in fraction of seconds. Got it? Clear? So we are on time. I thought of explaining you how this execution works. So can you stay for 2 minutes? Yes, I need 2 more minutes. Okay. So then there is a concept of sequel order of execution. It is like in sequel order of execution, what happens? Your SQL engine starts executing your query with from keyword. It will start from here. I know you will be surprised, Tanvir, we are writing query starting with select, but why engine will consider from first? Because this is how the engine executes the query. It will start with from employee. So it means engine will understand that the user wants data from the employee table. So engine will search in the database, where is the employee table? Oh, this is the employee table. From this user wants data. So engine will keep it in the temporary memory, a copy of it. Then after from, it will execute where clause. What is the task of where? To apply filter. So when the engine will look into it, engine will understand, yo, I have to apply filter on the location column. It will highlight this. Yo, this is where I have to apply filter. Then what value to filter? Delhi. So then engine will search, okay, where is this Delhi? It will check in the first record. Is this Delhi? Yes. It will select it. You are searching for Delhi. You found Delhi here. Do you think engine will stop here? No. It will keep on searching. Even if you have 500 million records, it will keep on searching in all the records. Then it will check the next row. Is this Delhi? No. You are searching for Delhi. This is Chennai. So this will be selected or rejected? Rejected. Next record. This is Pune. You are searching for Delhi. This will also be rejected. Then select will come at the last. What is the meaning of select? To
To dis-
display.
yeah.
What you want to display? Star. Star means all the columns. So engine will select all the columns and then the selected record only. And finally, this will be the output which is thrown here. So the backend engine performs all this task. Fine, then I will stop here. And sorry, those who are listening me on YouTube. So this is our contact number. You can connect with me on this number as well. And we'll be having next class tomorrow. So do you have any question, anyone? Any question?
No.
Okay. Fine then, guys. Thanks a lot for attending this session. This was a demo session. We will share the recording and all these things, notes, workbook in your group. Those who are interested to enroll, you can connect with me. I'm the admin of that S29 group. Okay, we will help you. Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you. Take care. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tanvir.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.